Geez, it's Wednesday morning. We're doing a very special first look today at the new Eric Johnson Signature Stratocaster. This is a guitar that Eric Johnson's had a deal with Fender for a long time now, probably like 15 years or something like that. He's had a signature, and his he's always done something really innovative with his guitars. He of course takes elements of classic vintage Strats, but he seems to improve upon them. And for instance, all of his signatures don't have a string tree there. These are terraced. The tuners are terraced, so it eliminates that. Which makes me wonder, why doesn't Fender put that on every guitar? I mean, it's such a great design. But like elements of the old ones, the old Strats have that, where you put the string down the middle, and it's almost like a built-in lock, like a primitive locking system, which just shows what a genius Leo was. So, you've got basically a vintage aesthetic and taking the best parts of the vintage, but changing it slightly to make it better. But as far as innovation on this model, of course, the big one is the fact that it's a hollow body or semi-hollow, kind of a Thinline vibe. And man, I love hollow body guitars. They when particularly if your volume's right, there's like a resonance that you can feel. I mean, you can actually just feel it kind of in your body. So
it's carnal.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Vibrations.
Yeah, it is. It's vibrations, man. It's what music, the universe, whatever's all about. It's that vibration. So I love that. And tone-wise, I think what his point was, Eric Johnson's point was, he wanted something that retains a Strat type personality, but gives you something different. And this hollow body definitely does it. A really resonant instrument. Other changes that he's made on it, there are these pickups which are, let me get these details straight here. Hold on. Or let me just read you some of the facts. Okay, so it's a semi-hollow alder body. It's a nitro lacquer gloss finish, both on the neck and on the body itself. And I love this color. It reminds me, back when I was 18, I had this Framus Strat that my friend Ted Kelson had painted white. And I played clubs with it all summer long in Montana, and then I changed out pickups. And when I took off the pick guard, underneath the pick guard was basically this color, but all around it was this yellow just from nicotine. So this is, I think it's like an homage to Nicotine White, that old bar guitar.
It's a slight endorsement for smoking, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, yeah, that's right, kids.
If anything, just put it in like a smoker or something.
Yeah, smoking's cool. Okay. The neck is maple. Let me get the details. It's a soft 57 V-shape quarter-sawn maple neck with a 12-inch radius maple fingerboard, 21 medium jumbo frets. And I do like these medium jumbo frets. I think the vintage ones are smaller, and this is an improvement. You're going to get better bends, and it's just kind of more comfortable. I'm curious why he didn't go 22 frets, but I really think that's because I like that D up there, because then you can stretch it to the E, and I don't know. But my guess is he chose to go with 21 out of tone. Eric Johnson's just has amazing ears, and he probably hears something different. I guess that's it. He liked that sound.
I definitely would defer to him.
Yeah, defer to him. I would have gone with 22, but I'm not him. In fact, I'm not even close, man. I'm just a dude. Okay, let's see. Other details. Pickguard is one ply parchment, which is just like the old ones would have. The controls, which is a big improvement on the original one. You got a 5-way switch, which I love that. you've got tone on the bridge where you need it the most, and tone on the neck. No tone on the middle. Now initially, for like the first 25 years, Fender did not have a tone control on the bridge where you need it the most. But they've since switched, but that's a great design. And that middle pickup really doesn't need a tone. It's kind of the sweet spot all the time. But I found that to get my neck right, sometimes I have to add more high end where it makes my bridge a little ice picky, so it's great you can adjust on the fly as you need. Also, these pickups, these specially designed, specially voiced Eric Johnson single coil pickups, although they're single coil, I don't really hear much in the way of 60 cycle hum. I'm not particularly loud, but it doesn't bother me at all. And they've got a nice spank to them. And they've done a countersinking with these screws here, which is something unique to this guitar. So again, just a way of kind of improving it. On back, I like, it's interesting, there's no plate cover on that, because why would you want a plate cover on there? I mean, I take them off everything. Like mine is basically, like that. So I like you did away with that. And interestingly enough, the John Mayer PRS that we just reviewed on Monday, same thing. They didn't put a plate guard on there, which totally, again, most of the changes that guitar companies make, I think the R&D actually comes from players, and they kind of listen to what they say and they learn as they go. And most players, man, I mean, I'm always tweaking on this stuff. I don't want to have to take that plate off for it. And you can do that stuff.
Well, I mean, that's
part of the fun. Other details, let's see. Nut width is 1.65. Bone nut. Fingerboard radius is 12, as I said. Soft E. That's about it. Why don't I just...
let's hear this bad boy.
Yeah, let's hear this bad boy. Okay, again, the bridge has got all that spank. Neck is just got that great Strat thing. That song Lenny that I was trying to do by Siri Vaughn, that's what got me into Strats, because that dude used every tone on a Strat on that song, and it was just the most expressive guitar playing I've ever heard. And I don't think you could do it on anything else. You couldn't get all those different flavors. With two humbuckers in two tones, you can get a tone and a volume. You can get a ton of different sounds. But man, all those voices he used on that were just amazing, and they seemed to just all say something different. So, yeah, man.
Should we hear it maybe with some dirt?
Yeah, good idea, Chris. Sorry, I was just kind of get carried away playing and stuff. Okay, so
it's all right. I'm keeping the track
yeah,
or the train in the tracks.
Good. So the bridge with a little bit of dirt. the middle pickup is kind of the forgotten Strat tone. A lot of people kind of ignore it. But to me, that's a total Bonnie Raitt sound. You know, that whole that's where she kind of lives. But just, it's got such a sweet spot to it. Tons of personality there. Whoops, God, we're about out of time. In between is that quintessential Strat thing. Awesome. Hey, just for shiz and giz, let's do a quick comparison. This is my 55 Strat, which is basically stock. It's got a factory refin and a new scratch pad and a 5-way switch. But other than that, the guts are basically it. But just for a taste test. Pretty damn similar, you know. I mean, you can tell they're related.
Yeah.
And I was reading about this guitar, and I think that he had earlier versions of this, earlier prototypes Eric Johnson did, and he brought them back to retweak because they weren't quite as stratty as he wanted. Now, Eric Johnson's a big hollow body guy. In fact, Cliffs of Dover was recorded on a 335, which people kind of assumed it's a Strat because he plays it on Strat Live so much. But that tone is a 335. So I get why he's a hollow body guy, and I think it's so cool that he tries to meld these two together. So let me get back to it. But you get the idea. And the neck on this one's more comfortable because there's no finish on it. But you know, all you gotta do is play this thing for 60 years, and it will feel just like that.
Oh, that's it?
That's all it takes. Or you can take some sandpaper in that neck. Either way, you're set. Anyway, the Eric Johnson signature guitar, it can be purchased right now. What are they going for? Is it like 19?
Yeah, I was gonna say close to 2,000
just
in that
under
range.
2,000. And you know, it is really innovative. Good for you. Good on you, Eric Johnson. Love your work. Love your guitar.
Well,
You're
dude,
awesome.
in a couple of weeks, I think we're gonna hang out with Eric.
Oh, a rig rundown. That's right.
Yeah, later this month, we're gonna hang out with Eric, and he's gonna hopefully tell us more about his insights on this new instrument.
Ooh, that's cool. Thank you, Chris. See, that's
A little
good
plug for
journalism.
future content.
That's good. That's good journalism there, buddy. Well, tell you what, let's just drum machine our way out of here. What do we got? Ooh, we got something like that. All right.